Hello all, we're here at the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, built in the style and design of Neo-Byzantine from the late 1900s to the early 20th century, and it's spectacular. We've just been inside, but we weren't allowed to take any pictures or videos.
Oh, we got some sneaky pictures.
Did you?
Yeah, I got some sneaky pictures. Tell me more about it.
During a period when Bulgaria was gaining independence from the Ottoman Empire, so that's why it's also particularly special. It was constructed to honor the memory of Russian soldiers who died during the War of 1877 to 1878, which helped liberate Bulgaria from the Ottoman Empire. And the reason it's named after Alexander Nevsky, he was a Russian prince and a military hero who is also the patron saint of Russia. The dedication to the Russian saint symbolizes the strong historical and cultural ties between Bulgaria and Russia, which I also think is really cool. It's one of the largest Orthodox cathedrals in the world, and it was the largest up until the year 2000. Reaches a height of 45 meters.
Wow.
Also, the marble parts and the lighting fixtures were created in Munich. The metal elements for the gates were built in Berlin, while the gates themselves were built in a factory in Vienna, and the mosaics were shipped from Venice. So this cathedral has a huge mix of stuff from all over the world.
Epic. And inside it's super Gothic. There's like soot all over the walls and roofs, and the paintings are all faded, and the stained glass is all faded. It's pretty awesome. Be hard to keep it warm in there in the wintertime, I guess.
Yeah.
Rolling.
This is Samuel.
Hold on.
This is Samuel. He was a particularly young king to rule for that time. Everyone was young during that time when they were ruling, but he was particularly young while he was king. He fought hard, and he had a lot of good strategies in war that war people would think are really cool. And when he died in 1014, could be 1010, 1014, the empire crumbled because he held the empire up so high.
Which empire?
The Byzantine, the Bulgarian Empire, fell after his death, and then I think someone invaded after that, which always happens after a king dies. People come and take their stuff. But yeah, he's a big deal in Bulgaria, and everyone really likes him. He's a big symbol of pride.
What was his name again?
Samuel.
Tsar Samuel. Tsar Samuel, that's right.
Spelled T-S-A-R.
Which means? Emperor.
Emperor.
Yeah.
It's gonna say king. we thought this just was a normal underpass, but then it's got all these amazing ancient ruins below it.
To the city. The greatest and divine emperors Caesar, Marcus Aurelius, Antonius, Augustus, Germanicus, father of the fatherland, greater pontiff, and Lucius Aurelius Commodus, Germanicus Sarmaticus, father of the fatherland, leader of the youth, gave to the city of the Surds a fortress walls. When the governor of province in Thrace was Aurelius Amarelius, envoy of the emperor, proprietor, appointed as governor of that same province. An inscription in Greek language related to the construction of the first city walls of Serdica. The inscription is carved on 2 identical stone blocks, the one behind us, built into the walls over the north and west gates of the city, where fragments were found, dating between 177 AD and 180 AD during the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. The construction of the city walls was done by Emperor's order after the city was burnt and destroyed by a raid of the barbarian tribe Kostoboks in 170 AD. Whoa!
What was the name again? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
To read the whole thing out. They didn't care about their long names.
They didn't fuck around. Serdica, the archaeological complex Serdica presents the remains of the Roman city discovered in the period 2010-2012 during the construction works of the subway station Serdica 2, which is the one we got here, and implementation of the project Ancient Cultural and Communication Complex Serdica. Scientific research is performed by 2 archaeological teams under the guidance of Dr. Mario Ivanov, National Institute of Archaeology, blah blah blah.
That's wild though. We thought by 2010 that we've already found everything, and then turns out we didn't. And imagine you just.
Well, I mean, who thought that by 2010 we'd found everything?
No, not that we. No, I don't know. I would have assumed that by then all of the Roman ruins would have been found. And then some guy down here with his shovel digging the subway was like, hang on a second, I know this stuff.
And there's a whole complex.
And then, yeah, there's this whole thing.
You shut up. I'm the tour guide.
I am the tour guide now.
So, typical for big residential buildings in town centres of the Thracian provinces of the Roman Empire is the presence of chain rooms on the ground floor adapted to shops or small workshops. The shops cover the whole length of the building along the main street, Decumanus Maximus. They are separated from other parts of the building by a barrage open wall, but open towards the street in order to rent them. The most marketable commodities are bread, snacks, different kinds of meat, spices, fish, olive oil, wine and fruits. Copper, leather and wool articles were manufactured in the workshops, and jewellery, clothes, household and luxury goods were sold. Check that
Bam.
out.
This is, I think, one of the best, preserved presentations I've seen of Roman artifacts so far. Artifacts, ruins. Are we allowed to walk here? Why does this feel illegal? Okay. The red lasers go off. Mind your head. Wow.
So these residential buildings were built, are from the 4th to 6th century AD. A large residential building occupying an entire block, being 1,000 square meters. The house is located to the south of the main street, which is what I mentioned before, and to the west of the east gate of Serdica. It consists of many rooms with different functions arranged around an inner courtyard. To the east is situated a formal hall with mosaic floors, which is that side, I think. And east, yeah, that would be east. So maybe that was what we saw before through those gates on the other side of this wall.
Ah, okay.
Right. And former hall with mosaic floors, only a small part of which was excavated. The fragments of the mosaic floors are preserved and exposed in 2 other rooms west of the court. So, over here somewhere. And then... So, you might be wondering, where'd they go to the loo? I was wondering that. Major settlements from the 1st to the 6th century in Roman provinces of Thrace, which is here, one of, were provided with water supply and sewerage systems. The water supply in Sardica was carried out through several water conduits built of ceramic and lead water pipes situated in brick drains. On the water conduits, one of the water conduits under the street supplied the city with water, and the sloping of the terrain was essential for the construction of sewage systems in Sardica. The sewers were usually located beneath the middle of the ancient streets and were connected in a general system. The sewer of the main streets, Cardo Maximus and Decamanus Maximus, were the biggest. The floor of the drains were covered by square bricks, above which were built vertical walls closed by slabs of the street pavement.
There you go.
Pretty fucking cool. Oh, there's some mosaic. A street with north-south direction, width 5 meters, excavated length 10 meters. The Cardo intersected Decamanus Maximus and the first Decamanus, which was south of Decamanus Maximus. Dating the 6th century AD, during the archaeological excavations, the street pavement was discovered in poor condition. There are exposed parts of the water supply and sewage systems underneath the street. You can see them there. See the pipe?
Mm-hmm.
And then, I'm guessing, the channel. And then there's a pipe there too. And then a channel on the other side. So if this was the street level, okay, oh, there's the pipe too. So this is the sloping. It's only a slight slope.
It's barely...
Wouldn't want to be that plumber. I wouldn't.
dangerous. Main Street. Here.
This is the first Decamanus to the south of the main street. Sorry, not Main Street.
Let me come up there while you say it.
East-West Street. So the one on that side that we were first walking along through the tunnel there,
yeah,
where we first realized that this is awesome, that was Decamanus Maximus. This is the second street adjacent to it with a width of 4.8 meters, excavated length 19 meters to the east of the street, probably led via Zagularis, the street running along the city walls, dating 6th century.
Wow! Wow!
It's a Roman road that's like 1,500 years old. Wow.
I wonder if anyone did that little dance right here.
Right here. Wow. I mean, you can think about like the horse and carts, right? They're selling goods, talking to Thracians, hanging out.
Doing Roman stuff.
They do, making coins and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Talking about Marcus Aurelius. Oh my god. Pillar? Piece of the pillar? Whoa, yeah, it's right. Like, can you imagine just being a ye old train builder, subway, time to build the Sofia subway, and you're just digging up, all of a sudden you find like a Roman coin. You're like,
hang on a second.
This is grouting and a cobblestone.
It's insane.
That's insane. If anyone doesn't know me or wants to know a little bit more about me, whenever I was asked as a kid, what are you going to be? I said, Indiana Jones. I'm going to be an archaeologist. Just digging up stuff and brushing dust off of old things is just...
It's cool.
Dream come true. So this will be the stone wall.
The stone wall. There's the pipe.
Souage Piper.
Souage Pipin. The secret in it.
So this one, or that one, limestone altar with Greek inscription, good fortune, panthea dictated as a sign of gratitude in the highest god. Limestone altar, 2. Maybe that's 2, and that's 1 with the god. Fragments of marble eagle sculptures. Limestone, so it's all limestone Greek inscriptions. That's so cool. So I think we've just answered our own question. The other day when we were in Plovdiv and we were like, that looks Greek. Why does that look Greek? I'm guessing that that's Thracian.
Yeah.
That was a Thracian thing. To have a Greek. Wow. And it's all in this ultra mod.
I know, I think that's something that adds to the coolness of the whole thing, is that they've built this beautiful protective ceiling around it. And it's ultra mod.
And like the crazy thing, if it was only discovered in 2010, this may have been a road or something.
And people were just driving over it for
all they needed to do was
years.
dig like 4 meters deeper Roman street.
Here ya.
That's sick. That's sick. And there's another wall. Sorry, we switched to this camera as well because the other one, she full.
She full. She died. Let me do one landscape so we can fit everything in. Yeah. That's quite good. Yeah, that's better. I think I was doing the wrong way. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Tram. Thank you. That was exciting.
That was exciting.
I don't think I've been on a tram before. I mean, maybe I have. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that was a little... That was a little bit of a risk because we caught the train from the station to our place the day before, like when we arrived in Sofia. And it's 1.8 Bulgarian leva to get on the train, and it doesn't matter where you're going, doesn't matter which direction, doesn't matter how far or how short.
One stop or 10, it's still the same for one ticket.
It's 1.8.
Yeah.
And so on that day when we arrived, I just put 180 coins into the machine, got 2 tickets. Well,
excuse me.
You know, times 2. Right, we're crossing the road and I was crossing it backwards. 180 times 2 into the machine, got 2 tickets, we got on the train, got off 2 stops later and we were at our house. Last night, so it's like it's 6:30 in the morning right now. And last night I was lying there late. I was like, oh shit, I don't have any coins. We're leaving Bulgaria today. So I used up all the coins, used up all the cash, and I couldn't remember if at the train station those machines would take card tap. Now, look, it's really hard to do backwards.
I know, you're doing great.
Long story short, there's trams all over the city. We hadn't caught them for the few days that we were staying in Sofia, but I did take note, and they have a little card tap thing on them. So I was like, you know what, screw it. We don't have to walk as far back to the station. Hopefully I can just tap the card. And we waited, and we were waiting for number 27, number 10 came past, number 12 came past.
Number 18.
18 came past.
We're like, no!
Oh man. And 27 finally came, and we got on, and we tapped our cards, and we came to the right place. So all is well. We're leaving Bulgaria. Next milestone in 15 minutes, so let's go.
Добре, аз съм там, Любе.
Driver is going to ask to see those tickets here that they put in your passports.
Okay.
And the bus is at platform number 41. So it's outside to your right.
To the right. Okay, this one, not the one on my phone, yeah?
Yeah, those two.
These ones. Okay, thank you very much. my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That was nice for a change. She was very helpful.
That was very helpful.
Usually the ticket men are not very helpful.
Normally they- You want one of these?
Yes. I'm happy with one of the sandwiches. Lettuce and salami. Oh, dude, these ones look bigger with the cheese and the ham. Sometimes this happens to us where we think we've booked a big coach, or the website makes you think it's a big coach, and then you rock up and it's a little coach. Well, he's not little, but he's not big. This is it. All right, it is this one.
Tickets, please. Okay, see them.
Sit anyway, yeah?
No. Great, see there, yeah.
That was fucking stupid.
We got all our bags off, and then he just looked at
We
them.
lined up, and like 3 people at the front put their bag on the table and opened it up, and he like put his hand in. And then he came down the line, and I thought he was gonna like wait for those people to pick their bags up, and for us to put our bags on the table and do the same thing. And he was like, "Do you have anything to declare?" We were like, "No."
No?
And he like held our passports in his hand and then gave them back, and then like didn't say anything about the bags. So we put the bags back in the back of the truck and moved down a bit.
It's a bit weird, but we're doing the stamping now. And this is just on the Bulgaria side, so we still have to get through north Macedonian side.
Yeah. Fairly straightforward so far.
Nailed it. Fastest border crossing ever.
I did have to teach the guy that he needs to stamp my passport. He looked at me. He checked the little book to make sure Australia can get it in there. He's a free.
And then he
And he just handed my passport back. I was like, you
Stamp?
got a stamp. And he was like, oh.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, other than that, smoothest,
Pretty good.
easiest, quickest
Officially on the inside.
of North America.
Not much to see yet.
Oh,
Thanks,
cool.
Uncle Bob walking for a walk.